Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, like that. Webcam. It's plugged in. Grab a pen. There we go. Still kind of washed out. What's going on there? Yeah, that's a little better. It's just too bright on the top? Might just be. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm gonna need the thingies. Let's see then. What am I missing? I agree. All right, there we go. So now we're running? Cool. And I've got chat going. Can I get that working easily from here? Let's pull the live streaming one. It is pretty wild how many tabs you need for this shit. Ah, cat. Love you, but you're a menace. All right, now we open the bitrate settings. Output bitrate. We go up, I guess. It's the recommended minimum.
6,800? Okay. She's a good cat, but she's gonna be doing this a cat. God damn it, cat. Oh, love you, but please eat some food. My God. Nope, nope, cat. You're killing me. I'm just trying to get YouTube working. Nope, stop. Really? No, I need the phone. Stop. All right, I swear. There, okay. Okay, and now that works. Okay, cool. So now I can actually get to work for the day. It's always weird running an empty stream because you never know whether or not you should be talking. No, Spotify. Or some quiet music. My God, I will need a third monitor at some point if I'm gonna do this regularly. Yeah.
The break of dawn.
Nope. A little bad. Not a huge lo-fi guy, but it's what I got right now, so I'll probably just keep that going. All right, so what the hell am I doing today? So, next major steps are swapping my boon system, which I need to. I think I had some notes for this one. Oh, close my resume. So, for minor boons, use expression parser. Add this. So, I need to think about here is do I want it so you can take the same option multiple times and get a stat boost? Or is it going to be kind of a one-off deal? Where you do something Hades like and you stack the quality every time that you get the same option again. I'm currently thinking additive should be stackable. And then for percent based, you can only have one. Doesn't feel quite as fun, but yeah, that means percent based dominates how good the miners are. Because even a relatively small difference would make a huge difference in your max value. So I think I am going to go with that setup where there's a stack limit on boons. So I'll make a new ticket for that. It's going to be a decent sized ticket, so make it red. I'll call that a 5. I usually use the Trello labels for t-shirt sizing. And then purple's 8. And blue is epic. Really, purple should be epic, because that particular quality convention is super well established that purple is epic. So minor boons use expression parser. This should be pretty quick to do because get all of my writing stuff closed. And then I'm going to pull up the Rogue-Lite, which is the Pluto design doc notes. And, oh yeah, I need Visual Studio. I do not need another Unity. Let's pop this file. I really should get into making shorts if I'm going to be serious about this, but we'll update on close. I'm just not sure what exactly I would clip into a short. It'd be difficult to do a script with a lot of this stuff. I guess the ability system would be good. That really is some very cool code. Anyway, though, right now we're looking at players who have the update stats, and for this, instead of minorboon.add, we would evaluate it with respect to the original. So I think I'm making these order independent. I'm gonna note for that. I'm thinking right now that multiplicative and other more complex modifiers are only major boons. And that all minor boon influence stats are just additives, which is currently what the code is doing, but it'd be nice to be able to work into the expression parser system. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't need to use the expression parser system with the way it's set up right now. So I guess I could almost just close this first ticket, because it does already work. Yeah, so maybe it's only major boons that will use the expression parser. Because I want to do, well, let's just implement this first. So let's make the plus HP minor boons and then make sure they don't do anything weird. So for major boon implementations, we have add-on hit and new ability effect. And we're going to copy this for a stat major boon. Because we're going to want percent increased. Call it major stat boon. It's a boon effect. And it's going to have an expression. Which I guess, yeah, this one will just have an expression. I.e. times 1.15. And the parsing for that should handle that automatically. And it's also going to be stat. Dun, 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 dun. Honestly, that beat's kind of growing on me a little. Anyway, move the code down. So that's pretty straightforward. Clear that. Stat major boon. What's the oh, yeah. So stat major boon, grab the code, close this, and see where the heck it duplicated that one file. So we're going to go into general boons. It's not really a placeholder, so we'll just call it a shared major boons. And these would be, yeah, shared minor boons. Shared major boons, we're going to create a new one. It's a new reward boon major percent PCT Inc. HP. Base odds is 1. Call it hardy. Its tag is general, doesn't require anything. It's going to have a new major stat boon, and the expression is going to be times 1.15. Actually, I guess the expression is just going to be a times. And then we'll just add the qualities. So for this guy, I'm going to have to add some code that will consume the rarities. 1.15 to 0.2. Call it 1.25, I guess. 1.25 to 1.3. Call it 1.4. And legendary is going to be 1.4 to 1.6 for now. And this guy's probably not going to have a description override. Yeah. This guy is definitely going to have to override the description somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to need to make description. Well, description is not the most important thing about what I'm doing right now, so I can leave that for later. But I'm going to make a ticket for it. So add description override to stat boon to major stat boons. That just works. So what it would do is take the operator we're applying, then the magnitude, subtract the 1, and convert it all to human readable text. I had a very blurred morning, but honestly I'm starting to feel better right now. I think I've had too much unstructured time for quite a while now. It's good for me to get back into some sort of routine, even if it's just sitting down to stream for 4 hours. Well, I say that, but I've been working pretty consistently all week on writing fiction, getting 2,000 words a day done. But just not quite the same thing when it's not very social and you're just kind of doing things at your own pace. At least this way, even though it still is not social because I ain't got nobody watching this, I'm still just sitting down focusing on a task. So we've got that done. So I might as well create the minor boons too. These probably don't require any code changes. They should just work from the code I previously set up. So rewards, boon, minor. This is going to be flat ink HP. We'll just call it increased health. Stat max XP, operator plus. So it might be that I actually... Well, no, because I want the... I want some of these percent increase to be major because they'd be hella powerful if you could just get them willy-nilly. So that means that I probably leave them the way they are. Because if you get enough rerolls and you're continually rerolling to hit these, I would need to, like, modify their values a little. 10, max value is 15 for common. Yeah. I'll call it minimum value 15, 25. Epic is 25, 35. And legendary is 35 to 50 for now. Boom. Alright, so that should work pretty well. For the major boon, though, we're going to need to add that in the player loop. And for these, should be only one per stat at the moment. Which I need to add that limitation to. So they have one major stat mod per stat. Because otherwise I can see these getting pretty wild. X as major boon dot X as major boon dot base data is stat. What did I call that? Because the base data is a boon option. Actually, no, it's the implementation. Yeah, so the boon option is a major boon option. I need the boon effect, so it'd be option dot effect. Base data dot effect. Oh, so the base data is just a boon option. Yeah. Polymorphy on this is getting nasty. I probably need to spend some time just thinking and clearing it up. So I probably just want a method that says major stat boons. Then at least I know what I'm modifying. So really what I should be doing here is just saying boon.apply. Because the boon should be capable of operating on anything with a stat. That, or I just make this whole system a minor boon. Well, let's think about it. So how do I visualize this actually playing? So most of these should be like pretty transformative powers. Hey, you get like a plus health or a percent increased health, like a 40 or 50%. That completely changes up your game. Because now health is way more important and the flat ones are way more valuable. And then you'll also want anything that ties in, like a percent health regen would be ludicrously good. Be one of those like Hades Cursed Blade combos. Oh, getting a phone call. Might actually have to take this. Hello? Nope. I, in fact, do not have to take this. Oh, that was important. But they texted me too, so it's fine. Okay, so to get back to it, These functionally are minor boons in structure, which is why it's so annoying to make them majors. It is just a stat modifier. And I already implemented stat modifiers in the form of minor boons. And there really isn't anything preventing me from putting minor boons in major boons. Because really, boons should be yeah, minor and major boons are not different classes. They are just boon options. Because, yeah. I might, in theory, I would almost always want things like a new ability to be in a major boon. But the level of reward, like a stat bonus, is totally something that could be a major boon level reward if it was big enough and transformative enough. Like, say, 50% increased movement speed. That's obviously like major boon level quality. And I want the option, which means that I need to move the major-minor distinction out of the class and into just like a field on the object. So public public. We'll just make a enum directly in here, I guess, for now. It's not really a type. It's a boon reward type. What would I call this? Boon ordinal? Boon order? Yeah, we'll call it order boon, which it's a really uncommon phrasing, but should be fine. So an order boon is major, minor, or minor major, I guess. And I think I had a third type planned, right? It's minor, major, and transformative. So transformative is boss reward, minor is mini boss, or major is mini boss, and minor is standard room. But really what these are is room reward levels. Yeah, so I would probably just want to call it that, reward level. Corresponds to room, hard room / mini boss, and floor boss. I need to cap the number of transformatives you get, because otherwise they will be absolutely insane. So yeah, we'll call it level for this. And I'm almost certainly going to end up using that somewhere else, but it's fine in here for now. That means that the implementation of boon no longer needs to be major and minor. Instead, major and minor are different types. And major is just the more complex hierarchy. So major is going to do a lot more code stuff, which means that I probably do want to leave it as a separate class for now. Since minor boon option, yeah. That does mean I'm deleting the major boon implementation, stat major boon, because this, well, so stat major boon probably is something I would implement. So this would be something like health is increased by 150% of mana, which means it is going to have the full expression support and probably some complex parsing, or at the very least like a find and replace for like the magnitudes, and then a description override to describe what it does. So I probably do still want this eventually, but I may just delete it for now because it's not what I'm currently building. But we'll just add a ticket here for These will actually probably be a transformative level, but they'll be like a more complex implementation. Something like health plus equals 125% of mana or HP regen equals percent max mana. Heavily use expression parser would substitute its value into the description using something like a mag tag. Might have more than one magnitude. What would that be? Well, this already lets me modify stats in terms of others, so what really would I need two sets of magnitudes for? Because a lot of these sound like, or a lot of, I'm thinking anything I need two values for would really like be two different boons, or multiple effects on the same boon. Yeah, they probably should in theory have multiple different effects on the major boon level. But still, this works out because major boon is just kind of a wrapper. I can figure out the implementation of these more complex ones later, and these just all become all minor boons in terms of implementation. And that does mean I need to add a priority or infer it from the operator and apply multipliers after additives. And this guy gets archived because we don't need only one major mod per stat right now. Well, actually, no, I guess we do. So unarchive. So just a flag on the boon config that we can only have one if checked. Boon gen checks if you already do. And we can change this to a flag for only one copy boon. Next step, if we already have, can still roll, just offer increased level of quality. Unless maxed, then can't roll. Did I already have a ticket for that? Yeah, this can get deleted though. And minor boons use expression parser. Okay, that also no longer makes sense because we're still just using operator for the minor. Oh, we did have a ticket for that. Yeah, so we'll just call it boons of stackable option and archive this. Honestly, I like Trello as a system for figuring out what you're actually thinking. Just pretty good for game design. All right, then additive move speed. So first, let's roll this. Yeah, so we don't have a major stat boon. We can delete all this code for now. And we'll add the priority filter in here earlier. Can close that. So that's the only one I know that I'm going to need. So flat increased each page should already work because that's the same implementation as everything else. Delete that one. Reward, boon, minor. And it'll be times, and then we're going to add the qualities. We'll call it hardy, or we'll call it tough for now. For now, we'll just add rare and epic. Yeah. Epic, new quality. 1.15 to 1.25. So stat boons is this guy. Because right now the only minor boons are stat boons. Then we're going to do so I want to sort these by both the stat they apply to and then their priority. And var boons by stat equals stat boons dot it'd be grouped by the stat they affect, basically. So base data is boon option. Acquired tags. Well, because this is a list of boon, we want it to be a list of minor boon. Cast all the entries in list. Cast minor boon. Cool. Instead of base data, we can now go yeah, because now we have access to the data field because we know it's a minor boon, which means that we should be able to get stat. Yeah. And this is a, yep, okay. So for each var boon in minor boons, by stat, boon is a grouping of stat minor boon. So var sorted boons equals, we'll call that stat boons. Oh, that's the same as the other. So which means we do that, and then stat boons goes in there. Stat boons dot sort stat boons dot values. What are the actual members here? C# I grouping values. Okay, so it implements enumerable. Yeah, it's kind of ugly. I can do a for each, but oh, maybe a to list. That makes sense. Yeah. Dot. Then we implement priority on stat boons, minor boon. I'm going to switch on operator. Oh, well. Priority is just going to be a pass-through then. For player, we can now get boon type priority. Cannot assign void to an implicitly typed variable. We'll just call it boons. Too many boons. High compare of minor boons. Oh, actually, I wanted to order by. Yeah. Which means I should be able to apply this. Yeah. So order by ascending and descending. We want to order by ascending. Okay. There. Now, for each boon, we can call it for each of our boon and boons. There. So now we're sorting these based on the operator and applying the additive ones first and the multiplicative ones second. And I think that should probably just kind of work. Let me hook up my controller so I can actually playtest the game. Who's the head? Let's see if it's reading it. I don't think it is. Oh, it is. Cool. So, reference exception. At 47, ability bar dot instance. Did I delete the ability bar? What's going on there? Is it abilities? Let's just rerun this and see what's null in that block. Ability bar dot instance is null. It's probably because update abilities is happening first. Update abilities just gets moved to the start. Public override void. Let's call it public start, I guess. There's probably no override at the moment. So what's going on there is just that there's a race condition between awake and start when you do multiple things that depend on each other in awake. So since updating the bar can wait until start, I'm going to wait until start. Cool, that works. Kill the guy. Get over here. And getting a major boon, and I did change all those to minors, and I haven't implemented the other thing yet. But let's just give myself the heal ability for now, and kill this guy. Hope I get a minor boon. Yes. But I didn't update the list, so let's do that now. In Run Manager, update boon list. It is cool that we actually have a bunch of boons now. I do like that. Okay, so we updated the boon list, and we're going to set our initial reward to a minor boon. And I'm going to make a note that we still need to actually use our new order field. And I'm also probably going to change the types of that boon list to just be any configuration. Anyway, I'm 90% sure that this code is working. Well, no, I should at least test that the multiplicatives are working first. I don't think I need to replace the code on anything for that. Yep. So I should have rolled one of these by now, so that appears to be a bug. 0.25. Yeah, these all look right. Increased HP, minor boon option, name increased health. Yeah, I probably should have rolled one of these by now. So why would it be failing? Oh, it doesn't have a general tag. I probably made that required. Yeah, so tag general. See if that fixes it. I probably should make tags a restrictor only. Yep. Tough, your max health is blank. That's not great. That works. Tough. Oh, this is a major, which I don't actually need. Second degree, burn is good. That is working. So increased health. Dodges, cauterize. I forgot I implemented all those. Those are kind of cool. Tough. Your maximum health is blank. Okay, so that does not appear to have worked correctly at all. But at the very least, it is registering the stuff. So what's probably going on there is that the modifiers are not liking how that's working. So when we do get value, we calculate roll01 times quality. Oh, yeah. So it really should be boons.apply or stats.set boons.apply, something like that. So add or set. Yeah, actually, yeah. So yeah, so it should be boon.apply to. Well, so what I want to happen is I pass the stat value in, the boon returns what should happen. But multiplicatives are going to care about the previous. Yeah. So I guess what I really need to do is return the modified value. So that means I'll do a float previous in get value, and we'll actually pass the value in. And boon not get value. So it'll be stats dot stats manager. Where do I get the actual stat values in here? That was it .get. Be stats.get. Boon. Base data.stat. Is it base data? No, it'd be boon.data.stat. Because base data is only for role-related stuff. We go to the implementation of get value, and we can go into calc value. And then we're going to switch on our operators. And yeah, and that is float stat val. We'll wire this guy up. Get description. So for this guy, yeah, so I need calc value, and then I need like calc change stat. So calc value is actually probably fine the way it was. Do public. Yeah. Do calc change stat, and we're going to throw u inside of the loop. So bar value. And then we throw the switch inside the loop, and we're going to add the additional float in here. And we can make it a small value, it doesn't matter. So in the case of plus, we're going to return value plus stat val. And in the case of multiplier, we're going to return stat val times value. And then calc change stat. Yeah, this should work. Oh, it's wrong case of closures. Is that... What am I missing there? No, that should be right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so... Nice. Oh, yeah. I bet you I'm going to hit this exception when I implement ranking up values, because I may very well not configure every value and then try to give you, like, the epic of a rare and legendary only boon. That's going to be an issue. Anyway, now we just find the references to calc value and replace one of them with calc change stat. So description uses calc value, this guy uses calc change stat, and takes in prev. Which does not explain why get description is failing for the other guy. Let's look at that too while we're in here. So calc value is the guy using description. Oh, and it's because I didn't implement it. That would make sense. This operator is asterisk. And then we add percent. I probably won't just like a shared helper for this, but this will be fine for now. So I'm going to do a format percent. So it'd be v var val equals v minus 1 times 100, and then we're going to do return val.toString plus a percentage sign. Which means we don't actually need this because it'll be a percent. Cool. I think that should actually work now. Okay, that did not work. Yeah, So let's see what's going on with that math. Also why I'm losing health. Good. Heal at least works. Yeah, heal at least works. And I somehow deleted myself, which is cool. Okay, so for starters, we're going to set percentages. Oh, well. So we're going to set our percentages after we get our initial ones. We definitely need to do that. That didn't explain why we were losing health, though, because we should have kept roughly the same value. We're at 45, 18% increased health. That, well, kept the stat right, but that is not the right value. We auto-clear the room. Yeah, we'll take Infernal Edge. These guys are both dead, they just don't know it yet. So we accept the boon. And we're gonna increase our health by 20, but let's just hit this guy. And then we'll go and increase our health. So stat boons and boon by stat should be a non-public member. So all minor stat boons. Oh, can I not see these? Yeah, we have a flat increased. Oh, we're doing stats.add. We should be doing stats.set. I forgot about that. Yeah, so we were adding the value to the stat when we should have been setting it, which would have resulted in substantially greater gains than we wanted. So let's see if these work now. And if they do, this should have largely gotten... nice thing about this is this code will be reusable. So 24 health. Should have put us at 75. However, current HP is not in the dictionary. Interesting. Where did that happen? Stat Manager CS line 18. Let's get. Yeah, get current HP should have been in the dictionary. Not the very top, not the very first one. Item with the same key has already been added. So stats.set adds it. It needs to check stat float val. Stats just equals instead of plus equals. Okay. There, I think this is correct. So plus 22, that is right. And we're at 47. So we want tough increased by 13%. So that should give us like 80. Yeah, 80. Cool, that's right. Let's give myself heal just to be sure that we're not doing anything weird. There, heal and heal. Yep. They just failed to hit me. He's hitting me. Come on, man. Charge at me, dog. Should do like 40 damage. Yeah. Cool. I think that is all correct. So I'm gonna save it. So go ahead and add the mana versions of these, and then I still need to implement it for everything else. Nice. call that % increased mana and % increased mana. And I think we just keep them the same for now. So we're just going to swap this to max mana. And that's good. Oh, and reload the boons. Do a push, because I'm not sure when the last time I pushed was actually. Okay, so now I probably do want to start setting and using that order level, and I currently only have it at the boon object level, I think, which means I do need to configure it on, yeah. So boon option will need to have the reward level. Which means that it's the boon itself that doesn't need to have it because, yeah. So the reward level is just going to be, it's going to be base data dot level. And then the boon option will have reward level defined on it. And then we're going to go into each one and set, well, no, I don't need to set the default values, I think. Yeah. So run that, and I should get a new, no, error. And the nice thing is, so since this is present on all the boons, I should be able to set everything in the folder at once. Yeah. Oh, and it's even defaulting to minor. Perfect. It's major boon implementations. Yeah, let me swap major boon to major. The ability works. And then ending major should already, oh. So I probably want to swap tags to use character. Yeah, I don't know. I need to think about the tag system a little more because it works, but it's definitely going to get complicated really quick. Oh, hey, Gray. Anyway, that's major, and this one is oh, that's the burn data. So ending minor is already minor. Then I just need to go into the boon generator. And the looky uppy is now going to type of boon option. If it is minor, then we add the asset. And do the same thing with majors. And we'll have to see if the she's a good cat. I just wish she would eat something. Or having health scares. So let's see if that code works first. Dun, 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 dun. So that code does not work. Which is interesting, actually. Getting type of boon option in boons. We're loading them. Oh, yeah, we don't want to load them as minor here. We want to load them as major. No, we just want to load everything as a boon option, I think. Yeah, because right now we're only getting things that are minor boon options that are set as minor and major. Oh, and then I want to go ahead and go with percent increased. Both get set to major, and they both move into shared major boons because they should be shared. Aw, Gray is so cute. Not sure if you can see her in the camera because I'm looking at mine on a lag. Okay, so flat increased and percent increased, but now everything is getting set to a minor, which is not correct. That's because I have this wrong. Dun, dun, dun. Now we update the boon list. Heal self, percent. Yep, that's all right. Nice. So now we've got the lists right based on the rarity, which is probably correct, actually. Because I built these with 2 separate classes, but a lot of the stuff I later refactored to be agnostic and use the top level. Let's see how this is going. Nope, don't touch that. Kill that. This is major, so plus 10, which gave me mana instead of health, so small problem. And then we had a exception. Cool. So a few issues there. Let's check our shared minor boons first. It's max HP, max mana, increased mana. Shared minor boons is let's call it wise. Oops, I didn't want to clear that. Oh well. So generate major boon options, filter by tag, pick boons randomly. Yeah. Okay, that should have worked. I don't see why it wouldn't. Try this next, and then I'll probably go grab food in a second. Die. Ha. That's a major. Add a pretty name for him. So our max mana is increased by just 10, which is wrong. It should say 10%. It increased by 10 and not 10%, so it looks like I miscategorized something. I might have moved the wrong one. And we get an exception here, which is the same one as before. So majorboon.cs level 22, data.boon name. So it's either missing data or it's just a boon name. Anyway, percent increased is wise. Multiplicative multiplies max mana. Increased HP, tough, multiplicative multiplies max mana. So the minor boon looks like it's correct, and it was running properly. When it tries to generate the major, it's failing. The major looks correct. Yeah. But I might have broken something in the code between this test and the last one. Okay, so it's is major is what's happening. Because I want to remove that if I can, I guess. Because I shouldn't care about that. Generate boon does not care if it's major. It is major. Yeah, so. It's because I need to actually interrogate the class, so. Out these names, maybe is complex. Yeah, we'll just call it is complex for now. Because what's now the major boon class is going to become the complex boon in the implementation. Anyway, we'll save this, and I think I'm pretty optimistic. I think this might be right. Kill you. It's back. Increased mana. I need to add a pretty name for max mana, but the number is correct. Kill you. This is just minor still, so. That is wrong because it set my mana. The hell did that do? That's a really weird bug. So Y's appeared to work properly. Kill you, kill you. Just developer tools, clear room. Increased health. Set 11. Yeah, that was right. So for resetting sats, okay, so what the heck did that do? Okay, so we definitely still have bugs with the calculation, but at least the options are getting set correctly. Anyway, stats. Stat helper. And we'll add a current mana. Alright, so now the tooltip will be correct. But what the heck is this bug? Yes. So it should be 34. That's right. So tough should give us like 50 something HP. It does. That's right. You die. You die. Tough. 70 HP looks about right. Yeah. Maximum mana increased by 30, which applied to my HP, not my mana. Okay. So percent or a flat increased mana caused. Yeah, that is not correct. So its name is increased mana, but it applied to HP. How did it do that? So boons by stat should have grouped them by stat. Oh, so boons.data. No, it should be grouped because it's by grouping by boons.data.stat. Yeah. We're resetting the base stats, then we're going through and we're setting the base stat, boon.data.stat, in accordance with the stat value of the boon. As the stat here is max mana. Shared majors. Oops. It's max mana, max HP. Yeah, tough is max HP. That should be right. What the hell? That is really weird. Increased by 12. Yep, that worked. Increased by 50. Nope, that did not work. So, yeah, we'll throw it in and see what the heck is going on there. So how could that have happened? Math on the multiplier's got to be wrong? Yeah. So I should now have 3 boons in here, 2 adds and 1 multiplier. So boons, to list ordered by. Number 3 minor boons, flat increase, flat increase, flat increase. No, one of these should be percent increased. I definitely took a percent. Did I misunderstand? Max HP, stats.get. Be 62, 75. So this boon is data operator plus and minor boon. So it's a legendary with a low roll. This should put me well over 100 in HP. Yeah, okay, so that looks correct. Percentage HP is 82, so current HP. I don't have current HP currently. I should after this. Stats 9, current HP is 92. Okay. Okay, so that worked that time, but didn't the first time. Interesting. So I should be at 130 and 11-ish, right? Yeah, okay, so that's working. Let's get an actual percent increased. 16? Nope. That affected mana. How? This. I'm gonna go with increased mana. Yeah, but it should be health for that one. That is so weird. Yeah, so we're gonna accept increased mana. Just gonna pause. We're gonna figure this out. So we have 3 boons for HP, which are flat. However, last time it gave us a 4th, which is so weird. And boons by stat should be a grouping with multiple sets. So now we have key equals max mana. So how many boons are there? There should be 2. It's so weird. There's like a difference between when it's applied first and second. So we have 85. $13 gives me 127. $13 gives me 140. Gives me 106. So increased is all working. 137. Which actually, that's a scary fucking set of mobs. So tough. See 160, which doesn't too far off. So that gave me 13. So yep. So tough is working. Need increased health, 17, 90. It's kind of cool that this just clears everything. Increase mana 168. So it seems to be working now. The increase by 10% means adding up to 20 means 180. Yep, so that's all working. So it's just like once it was hitting the reverse, because I definitely... Is the description getting populated wrong? That's so weird. So increase mana by 34. Yep. Clear room. My health is 48. Yep. And we're gonna get tough, which is 20% more health. 120. Yep, that works. And we're going to look for Ys, just 10%. Yep, that's all working. How? Arr. It's like my least favorite. Yep, that's working. Definitely my least favorite sort of bug. Ys plus 4. Yep, that's all working. Well, I don't know what the heck is going on there, but I'm going to call it good. So use the orc field for reward level. Sweet. All right. Got the code pushed out for that, and I'm going to grab some food real quick.
All right.
Time to get back into it. Wow, my screen is still showing me programming. That's a hell of a delay. Oops, wrong window. Put that over here. Yep, that one's current. Interesting. Anyway, back to it. So do I want to develop boons, or do I want to add more enemies, or do I want to build out new game systems? Or I could do art. Or I could do controls. I don't want to do controls because I still don't have exactly how I want the ability to controls to work down in my head. I think I'm leaning towards the third kind of enemy. Because building out maps is just a little premature. I guess I could do pathfinding. Yeah. Time to familiarize myself with Unity runtime navmesh. Playing with a mesh render. Use geometry render meshes. Unity 6 navmesh runtime. Navigation library, add a navmesh surface, and then call build. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Run manager probably controls that, so we're going to do code for a navmesh generator. Yeah. So then on spawn room, I'm going to do build navmesh. We'll close all the. Hello, cat. You coming up? But Gray is a good girl. All right. So we got a method for that. And it's going to call out to our navmesh builder, which will be a new class that we create here. That's probably Pluto.core. And I'm going to get up for a real moment real quick just to check that Cat's eaten any of her food. You really should eat some food, girl. It's like right there. Dang, it's unfortunate. The cat is not eating her food. I would really prefer if she did that. Anyway, so for rooms, yeah, we're gonna create a navmesh generator. Actually, is that a separate piece of functionality? It probably is. I'm probably doing the whole mesh in that. So we'll call it like a room mesh generator. Yeah. It's a mono behavior. We'll put one on the run manager. Room manager will link to it. So oh, it's a room mesh generator. Yeah. Oh, I typed it wrong. Cool. Cat, please do not step on my keyboard. Look at what I put up with trying to get anything done. This cute little menace. All right, so we have the class, and we're going to add navigation. manager. AI navigation. Yeah. Da, da, da. Oh, she's sitting on top of my computer right now. It's very cute. All right, so I have the package. Then I probably just need to add the component to my terrain. Yeah. Reference the navmesh surface by clicking this. So add navmesh. Yeah, so if I collect the current navmesh hierarchy, okay, so that's like the inverse of what I was looking for. Yeah. Oh, so terrain doesn't have the plane on it. Important. Yeah, there we go. So yep, that looks pretty correct. I don't necessarily need the navmesh manager code yet. So I guess we can start by putting an agent on things. I forget exactly how navmesh agents work. It's been a while. So I should have a default enemy script. Yeah, I'm gonna put navmesh agent. Okay, no, we're not logging in. Silly tutorial. So we set the goals. How does that work though? Navmesh agent, we set the destination. Different pathfinding behaviors. Ah, okay, so we'll be setting the speed based on the enemy speed. Agent type humanoid. Interesting. Base offset. So avoidance auto pathfinding. So Unity, navmesh, agent, and collisions. I am not super satisfied with the amount of control that navmesh agents provide, but I think for this game it probably is fine. Alright, so then we're going to set agent as get component navmesh agent, and we just set the destination, I guess, and the speed. So nix that, enemy. So AI move. Oh yeah, but we had all that code in move internal. Ugh. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that navmesh requires me to... Is there like an alternative to navmesh agent? We'll just try ChatGPT. Okay. Yeah, that's probably not as correct as we want. Okay, so we just do navmesh.calculate path. We're gonna store... Oh, so navmesh is a singular, I guess? Singleton? Alright. Does mean I can take the agent off of enemy. No. Okay, so now we have the navmesh path. And what will we do with that? This, basically. Offset. Yeah, we don't need that either. Let's see how good ChatGPT did for this one. Current waypoint. Okay, but where does it actually move towards the path? Move along path. Oh, so transform by speed, transform by position. Yeah. That should be highlighting on me, because that's a vector 3 and I'm putting in a vector 2. We'll just force map it, I guess. X function.c. I believe this should just work, actually, so let's see how it does. Because now they should just automatically avoid being inside of objects. Okay. Interesting. And you're, yeah, I'm not going to be doing that anymore, because we already have one. And me.cs.line 40. Which one is not set? Oh, path is new. Really? I have to initialize path and start? That's honestly not great behavior, Unity. Well, you are failing a movement. Good job. Oh, I don't want to check if path is equal to null. Yeah. So instead, it's if navmefhash is the format. Okay. You gonna move on me? Does not look like you are. Okay, so that's not working. Agent.destination is... Oh, this is the Unity one, yeah. So we said that, and move should be called... Yeah, it's called in execute, which is part of the core loop. Yeah, so we just have to see what it's doing. Very weird. Well, that would explain why it's not hitting anything. So next set point is 2, negative 0.89. So we're only moving in 2D right now. So direction is going to be next B2D is going to be this guy. Move in the direction 2D. Okay, now we should only take the vector 2 differential into account in our pathfinding. Still should do some dumb stuff occasionally, but should at least move. Is in fact not going to move on me, joy. So it's next waypoint minus transformed opposition. That. Okay, sweet, he's moving, so that's good. So still probably gonna what are you doing in 44? Okay. That's not great. So we'll just move that into there, I guess. And I still need to alright, let's see what this does. Should at least solve the out of range, I think. It's really damn slow. I'm not sure what's going on there. Nice. No, you can't go in there, so what you doing? Cool. It's weird that you're outside the bounds of the array, though. Enemy 44. This path corners the current waypoint. Should be 0. Destination's null activate. Null. Destination has not been nulled out and hasn't been set to 0, but I have more corners than current waypoint. AI move should at least be sending me in the right direction. It's kind of weird. It's not. Or at least in the right speed. I can always just give it more speed, but it shouldn't be running out of points. I think that's got to be caused by a reposition attempt. I think D2D is probably just ending up small, because I don't actually want to normalize it, I think. Yeah, let's try that. Actually, what does normalize do again? I need to check what the code was before. Or just see what happens right here, I guess. Okay, so he's kind of working. That's largely working. So test room. Give Skullfist speed at 2.5. Okay, let's see how that goes. Oh, well, we're throwing index outside the bounds of the array after we die, so it's not a huge problem. Yeah, so we're throwing a lot of these from a dead unit. Oh, okay, so they're not from a dead unit, which is interesting. Hmm. So let's see if this causes them to start doubling back sometimes in weird circumstances. Yep, I think that was a double back, which is kind of cool, but it's wrong. I love when they hit each other. It's kind of cute. Solves the bugs, at least. Alright, so now we got some basic stuff. Alright, I think I'm probably gonna call it today considering no one's watching this. But hey, at least I got some good work done. And a couple of tickets, and I'll keep on trucking.